Namaste everyone, my name is Aka. Welcome to my channel, Tree of Life Spiritual Coaching. Today I'm going to talk about relationships. I have a lot of experiences with clients who are coming to me feeling deeply unhappy because they are not satisfied with their current partners, or maybe with people that they are hoping to be in a relationship with, but it's not working out their way. And they come to me for readings, and they come with these questions, why am I not with this person, even though there's such a strong pull between us, and I could be happy with this person, and for some reason this person doesn't want to be with me for whatever reason. And they're dealing with this, for months, sometimes years. And they come to me and I tell them, I'm very psychic. I was born very psychic. I look at the pictures, I look at the connection, and I'm like, well, as of now, I don't see that this is going to happen for you for whatever reason. And they're not satisfied with an answer, and they keep pushing and telling me, oh, I already talked to a psychic before, and a couple people told me that we have a family, with 2 kids, we will have a family, things like that. And I just laugh a little inside my heart, and I try to explain to them the nature of love, and why relationships are so hard, and why we give so much meaning to being connected with another human being. And it really comes down to the fact that we do not cultivate a peaceful, healthy, pleasant states in ourselves. Therefore, we only find ourselves complete when we are in company of others. We're not best friends with ourselves. We do not cultivate healthy body, healthy mind. So how can we experience pleasantness within us, bliss or ecstasy, if we're relying on other people to provide it for us? That is not a healthy way to live. That creates a lot of energies that are closed, that are constructive, and a lot of pain is generated because of that. We believe that if there is a strong pull, that is something that needs to happen, that has to be fulfilled. Otherwise, our life purpose, is not somehow being recognized and lived. And I just want to tell you that, thoughts are just thoughts, and hormones are just hormones. You don't need to react to these things. You don't have to follow them. On a human level, yes, life on earth is dependent on certain things that we do. We need to nourish ourselves. However, relationships are a matter of body, are a matter of mind and emotions. They're not matters of the soul. The soul is complete. The soul doesn't need anything to express love, to express compassion. The soul is having a human experience. Visualize your soul as this giant energy bag, and within it, there's maybe hundreds, thousands of different experiences as a human, as an animal, as a different species, maybe a rock, maybe a tree. So the soul is interested in experiencing all these things to understand itself better. This is the nature of creation anyway. Creation doesn't have a meaning unless you give it a meaning. There's no meaning assigned to it. Think about it like this. Life has no meaning at all. So everything that you assign to your life, you chose to do it. And that might help you get a little bit of clarity in the subject. So when you chose to, come to this earth in a human form and experience a relationship that is not working well, it is a great opportunity for everyone to look at the nature of this connection, and look at the fact that we are saying to ourselves and to universe, if such and such conditions won't happen, I'm going to be miserable. When you rephrase this a little bit and say something like, if I'm not going to be with the person that I believe I should be in this lifetime. I'm choosing to be miserable and unhappy. Everything is a choice in this life, and so is the emotions that you are experiencing. Once you realize that, once you connect your emotions with a belief system that you hold within, you might gain a better understanding why you're reacting so intensely towards situations that seem unpleasant, like being rejected, for instance. I have lots of clients who are dealing with this because they function in a place of ego, in the lower chakras, and they cannot accept rejection. They think that, you know, they're such and such, and therefore they should be valued a certain way. They should be responded to a certain way, and they don't accept the fact that the lesson here is in a message, not in a messenger. So my advice, if you're going for the same thing, see the message in this relationship that you're having difficulties with versus connecting everything to a specific person. I understand what it means to be very connected with someone. I went through, you know, twin flame soulmate connections. I know how powerful this is and how strong the desire is to make things work. However, we're all experiencing ascension differently, and some people that you feel like they're your soulmates, they're on a different wavelength, and there is not going to be possible for you to connect the way you want. So, you know, the best way to really evolve from that is to build so much strength, so much pleasant, loving environment within yourself that you will create a sphere around you that is loving and compassionate, and you will detach yourself from emotions. Emotions, like I said, are all a result of a belief system. And I'm gonna record a video on shadow work and how to get to the bottom of your belief system. But belief systems often come from our childhood, our families we were born in. Again, we choose all of these experiences. So being responsible for everything that you say, that you experience from your birth, from every illness you encounter, from any breakup, any unpleasant sensation, that is your decision. I know some people don't believe in it and they think that there is unfairness. No, you know, consciousness is everywhere. And on many, many levels, we make these decisions and then they sink into three-dimensional reality and we experience them. But because we are not connected with our subconscious mind, we don't understand how this reality is brewing and then becoming a physical reality, the one that we experience. So shifting into being responsible for how we feel, it's a very important thing that you can do for yourself in order to start experiencing oneness with yourself and experiencing yourself from the state of not needing anyone in order to cultivate it. You know, when you take care of your body becomes healthy. We all know that, you know, the best diet is plant-based diet, but somehow we've been led to believe that because cavemen used to eat animals and that aspect was exaggerated, and you know, now we see all these industries, meat and dairy industries, telling us that we need that in order to thrive. We believe in it somehow. You know, these companies forget to say that actually people, prehistoric people, were also foragers. They were eating whatever they could find on earth. This was the base of their survival, not the meat that they hunted every once in a while. And you know, just using your discernment, and like I said, not listening to everybody or everyone tells you, but diving within, sitting within. If you're not a good friend to yourself, if you're not taking time to learn about yourself, you will never master yourself. And this is the only way to master life, to master any relationship. So starting from health, starting from your habits, seeing if certain habits really benefit you or not. You know, the fact that we have adapted to profoundly sick society is not a measure of health at all, because everybody else is doing something, getting sick by drinking, eating, you know, heavy foods, meat, dairy, gluten. We can do the same thing because everybody else is doing it. So does it make really any sense? The same as with a relationship. The fact that we're observing people being in intimate relationships where there is so much, you know, drama added to it, is really a sign what not to do. There is no one way of being that we should be in, you know, in family settings. I think this is a big misunderstanding. You know, we live in the era of Aquarius, and now it's time to get outside of this bubble reality that I'm going to create my family with my children, my house, whatever it is that your idea of happiness is, because the world is evolving, and we need minds and we need hearts that go beyond your own comfort zone, our own comfort zone, and our own needs. And these situations we're encountering when we feel we're compatible with someone, but there are some obstacles and we're not, you know, getting our way, are just great opportunities for us to understand what are the mechanisms that we're cultivating within that make us so dependent on these relationships. You know, if you're looking at nature, I mean, nature is creating for beautiful experiences. It doesn't necessarily have any other meaning. If you're looking at, you know, rocks, if you're looking at water, of course they're symbiotic in many ways, and because the nature of nature is love, there's always going to be that pleasant sensation associated with it. But nature only takes a little bit and it thrives, whereas you know, us human beings, we extrapolated this aspect of us that is only small and has to do with you know, emotions, abstract concepts, being very much focused on intellectual part, and completely disregarding the intelligence of the heart. You know, I don't know if you study the Institute of heart and science, and there's so many studies right now that show that heart actually is electromagnetically charged 500 times more than the brain, and there are specific particles that connect all the time with the brain. So there's always a communication, and connecting with your body is a very important way to create a pleasant environment within yourself, so that you're not depending on others. Again, depending on others is like extracting life from others. There is nothing pleasant about it. There is nothing really fulfilling. You're basically you know, like a predator. You think you're the nicest person, caring, you just want to be with this person, but in fact what you're doing is stealing what is for everyone to enjoy. Love does not need attachment. When we are very heavily attached, we create a sensation of lacking, of not having enough. So when our wish is not fulfilled, it makes us fearful. It makes us feel anxiety and all these unpleasant emotions. So all I'm saying is welcome these difficult, challenging relationships, and go within, sit with yourself. Meditation or yoga is a very good way to first learn about yourself, learn about your inner environment. I often talk about Vipassana meditation, how it helped me to really observe everything and stay equanimous. You know, I still enjoy friendships, I still enjoy relationships, but I can see it for what it is. I can see it for all the drama that is happening. I can see how, you know, we value family life over a lot of other things. And I think it's really, really over simplifying human nature. There's no just one way of us expressing yourself. When we take the time and we study ourselves through meditation, through stillness, we are becoming more and more aware of the environments that we're cultivating, and the things that we don't prefer, we can always change. Oftentimes people say, you know, people never change. And yes, it is difficult for most people to change, only because they don't take the time to study themselves and study the mechanisms. How can you change something if you don't even know how you're wired? You know, our belief systems are often hidden underneath many, many layers of belief system that we consciously think that rule us. You know, certain values, oh, I'm pro-life, or I'm tolerant. And then when you ask like series of questions that I'm gonna share with you in another video that is related to shadow work, you can go down to the basic foundations of what really runs your system, what drives you in life. For a lot of people is fear. For instance, fear of being alone, or fear of not being noticed. And these things we cover with many other layers, and we give it different pleasant names. But in fact, you know, the way we're reacting, we become such reactionists because we don't know what drives us. And when we end up in situations with relationships that have not been brought to the surface, integrated, and really looked at for what it is, we are reacting to it because there is a wound inside, there is unfulfilled desire that we have created in the first place, thinking that we need something to be a fulfilled human being. So when this place within us is being triggered, we react. Well, now, you know, I invite everyone to become more responsive, but not a reactionist. And in order to start responding and stop reacting, we need to learn about ourselves. So how we can do that too, you know, if you are in an unpleasant situation, let's say, and you tend to snap or be certain way, you know how it is for you, you know what the ways you react. Again, instead of saying, you know, this person did something to me and I reacted, you can say, well, I chose to get upset. And now look at it. Okay, why do I get upset? What is it touching inside of me that creates such a response? And sit with it, observe it. Don't try to suppress any emotion, but be with it, observe it, be okay with it. Don't get too involved with it. Set an intention for yourself. Let's say, I prefer to stay equanimous. And create a sensation, connect with your heart. When we put hands on our heart and we slow our breath and we think of words like appreciation, gratitude, compassion, there is a certain frequency connected to it. That frequency makes us come back to our true nature, which is oneness with everything, which is responding to ourselves and other human beings and nature. And that helps you become more aware of what are the mechanisms within that maybe you would want to adjust. Because, circumstances really don't matter. The fact that you're not with a person of your life doesn't matter. What matters is the state of your mind. So choose the state that you prefer and then act from that state. Let's say you prefer, like I said, equanimity. If you were to be equanimous, how would you act in your life? Envision that. See yourself acting that way. And then, proceed and become a master of that. I know for a lot of people it sounds really phony or fake, something that they feel it's not them and why would they lie and things like that. But we actually are incredibly malleable creatures, and through body language, through acting certain way, we can create new pathways in our brain that will become our nature in time. So it's something that you can do. This is your life, so make it a project. Don't just react to things that you think happen to you. Please understand that you are creating these circumstances so that you can expand. Like I said, creation doesn't have a meaning. We give it a meaning. All creation wants is to experience itself from different point of views all the time, all the time, all the time. So we're all like one particle vibrating so vastly that it creates an illusion of separation. This is how we can expand, because it creates an experience. And even though experience is not real, but the emotions and the growth is real. From that perspective, you might find yourself having a little bit more distance towards what's happening. Maybe you will see yourself and others in a little bit more playful way. It's always easier to go for things when there is a little bit more humor involved, and knowing that this is a dance that we're all doing, that we're all participating in, and let's make it a better experience, because Earth is a special place, and let's acknowledge that all of us are doing tremendous work just finding ourselves in different societies, in different circumstances, finding meaning for ourselves in life. And this is heroic work. So I just invite you to appreciate yourself more in this process, and value yourself more, and really depend more on yourself and what beautiful resources you have within you, your heart, your cells, your DNA. Take care of your body, take care of your heart, connect with your heart every day, send beautiful, loving, compassionate messages to yourself, because we're all, here doing this work, and it's not like one person is against you. Again, we're all vibrating to have a different experience, but we can do it in a more graceful way, or we can do it in a more harsh way. Like I said, the choice is yours. So choose wisely, choose the way that doesn't contribute more to your own suffering. Again, pain is a part of our experience. We grow, it's a growing pain, so to speak, but you don't have to suffer. You don't have to look at it in a negative way. This is just a sensation. Sensation is just a sensation. Anything in life that you can think of is meaningless. What I mean by that, it's neutral. It doesn't have positive or negative connotation. We give it a meaning. So choose the meaning that benefits you. Choose something that is empowering. Make decisions that empower you, that make you excited. Follow your inner excitement, and make a beautiful story of your life. Don't look at others. Don't wait for others to give you that meaning, because you will be very disappointed. And I see this again over and over with my clients. And I bring you this message because I dearly care. This is the work that I do out of love, out of compassion to humanity. I went through a lot of these stages myself as a child, young child, as a teenager, very angry woman in my 20s, reacting to what I have experienced as a child and teenager. And meditation and going within helped me transcend all of that. I came back to all my abilities and I'm able to assist others. So change is possible. And as you can see, everything in nature is changing. There's nothing set in stone. There are only like 4 rules that govern universe. You are one and one is the all. Every single thing changes. What you put out, you get back. And all of the other things are basically here for an experience. So there is no meaning assigned to it. Everything is up to the interpretation. I hope this video was helpful. I welcome comments, topics that you would like to discuss, and I welcome you to find the godliness, the love, the compassion for yourself within. Connect with your breath. Very good way to connect with your body, connect with your soul, is to observe the breath and observe the body. This is what you have. These are your tools. Visualizations are not as powerful as actually observing your body sensations. So if you are amateur meditator, first thing you can do is observe this spot below your nostril, above your upper lip. Meditate for 30 hours, few hours, a week, however long you can, and focus just on this part. If your mind wanders, take deeper breath, come back to that space and see how long you can stay without thinking. Thoughts are okay, just look at them as trains passing. You're on a train station, but you're not entering any train. Decide to sit, decide to stay, be still, observe. This way you can learn your thought patterns. This way you can learn about yourself, and then it will be easier for you to choose the train of thought that you want to enter. It will be more conscious choice. This is the basic meditation that I advise. Connect through the breath to your body, and then we'll continue soon. I'm going to show you how to take that technique to the next level. If you're interested in scheduling a Skype session or a FaceTime session, I work with clients all over the world that need help with coaching, spiritual coaching. But not only that, I know a lot about nutrition, superfoods. I've been vegan for years. Most people think I'm in my 20s and I'm almost 40 years old, and I can teach you about how to detox, how to be good to yourself, how to remove layers of pain from your experiences in life so that you can start glowing. You can become who you truly are meant to be. I leave you all with peace, my deep appreciation for your presence. I wish you very, very interesting, blissful journey within. Thank you for watching. Much love to you. Namaste.